Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. 4 for 4. Week 12, Inactives, final bets. Connor Allen. What's going on, my friend?
Yeah, not a whole lot. We looks like the big news here is Josh Jacobs is not going to be active here. We're going to have probably a heavy dose, I would guess, of Emmanuel Wilson here, as well as 67.5. That is a lot of yards for a prop.
Hefty.
I think Minnesota's missing a linebacker, if I remember correctly. I think I saw one of them's out, right?
They're missing one of their edge rushers, Jonathan Grenard.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's who it was. Yeah, it seems like a lot of yards to me. Chris Brooks at 14.5. I think it'll be mostly Manny, but not sure about the rest. Any other things that you were looking for with Inactives?
I don't think there's any inactive news. It's crazy. Matthew Golden inactive, I guess.
Really?
I guess I thought he was playing. I knew he was questionable. He had a bunch of injuries there. So that's a tough situation. Obviously, with that passing attack, Romeo Dobbs is interesting. I don't know if you have any takeaways or thoughts off the Golden news.
We got Wicks just getting bumped up from like 19 to like 30 right now with the news of Golden. Yeah, Watson sitting around 50, and then Dobbs at 48.5 as well. Musgrave's line seems a little low. I know he lost a lot of he wasn't running as many routes last week, and I think that's kind of part of the problem here. But I mean, 19.5 that's really low for a guy that I think should be. He was involved 2 weeks ago. He was basically had like 30% of the receiving yards in the one game against Philly. No, but I mean, another big takeaway is the Bears. Like, what did the Bears do here? Because TJ Edwards out, Noah Sewell's out, Theo Benedict, their left tackle, who's played really well, is out as well. So Ozzie Trujillo is going to get the start. And then they're also starting, as you mentioned in our chat, Marco Jackson and Ruben Hippolyte.
Yes.
Hippolyte,
yeah.
Who are these guys?
Yeah, I actually don't know who DeMarco Jackson is.
Okay.
So, but I do know Hippolyte was, was drafted undersized linebacker, but pretty efficient tackler. But I mean, it's a matchup disaster over the middle, obviously, against a team that likes to work over the middle. Not sure how Mason Rudolph impacts that compared to what we maybe would expect from Aaron Rodgers, but it's obviously an issue there too. You also have Seahawks dealing with some cluster injuries at linebacker as well. Ernest Jones and Tyrese Knight out. I don't think the Titans are going to be a team to take advantage of that. They'll probably play Imamori a bunch and just like this hybrid slot linebacker spot, and they'll be fine.
Yeah, so that makes sense. I've been thinking of trying to figure out the best way to play the Bears Steelers stuff, because we obviously have Mason Rudolph in. Bears missing, I think from my understanding, TJ Edwards was an amazing run stopping linebacker from my understanding. But
good, and Tremaine Edmonds has had an awesome year, and he's typically a really good coverage linebacker.
Yeah. Right.
And they put him on IR. So that's bad for the Bears. He's been really good this year.
So how do we play this? Is it Jalen Warren? Is it Kenneth Gainwell? Rush? They're going to run the ball as many times as they can unless the game gets out of hand.
Could also be just some big old Dwayne Washington over the middle. I think Hippolyte's 5'8". It's not a big dude. That's why he went day 3. I think he's short. I think he's small.
Is that even legal? Can you play linebacker?
I don't know. I think he's a little guy. I don't think he's very big.
What on the hell? That is crazy. I'm looking this guy up here. 24 years old. Played in Maryland. Yeah, not very tall. He's listed as 6 foot on here, which means he's definitely 5'10".
5'11" on his RAS.
Oh, then yeah. I mean, he's again, he's even shorter.
Sorry to the Hippolyte family and Ruben in particular for disrespecting him, but it's not a big dude.
It's funny. I don't know. The problem is I want to play Mason Rudolph under completions because I don't think they're going to throw very much, but I I think he sucks, but the Bears defense also really sucks right now. So like,
Yeah,
I'm trying to catch a falling knife.
Jalen Johnson's not playing, right?
Kyler
So
Gordon's not playing.
he's not playing this, and they got close, but they're not all the way back.
I'm
So
just not going to bet this game. All
yeah,
right. Okay.
it's just thin. Like, and the Steelers linebacker, Steelers tight end situation is so tough as well, right? It's just hard to parse through who is going to be whack-a-mole. One guy pops up one day, and the other guy's barely runs any routes. I think it's really hard to exploit. It would definitely be just swing on some alts, as the case was made by Slop on Friday's prop drop show. Is just swing for the ceiling on all of them or a couple of them, and just takes one.
For sure. Some other alts that I was looking at. I loved some Bayshall Tootin alts.
Yeah,
I played a little bit of like rushing yards, like on a shitty book at like 40. We're sitting like 44. I don't know why I balked at after 4 or 5 yards. I still think it's a little bit too low.
it's another carry. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's 10%. Like that's our normal play to range is 10%. So
Yeah, I get it. I like the spot too. Like you said, if the usage holds what we saw last week, which box score hunting looks a little different because the raw numbers were different than how it played out live, where it did look like Tootin was playing a little bit ahead. Like Etienne's been good. I don't think he's been bad, but there's just a little bit more juice with Tootin for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Great spot too. Yeah, great matchup there. So I think that's one of my favorite alts. I'll probably do a little alt parlay here. Any other alts you're like last minute stuff you're looking at?
I kind of like the spot for Tyler Shuck and the Saints.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think his passing yards like 200 flat. I'm on Devon Vele is very thin because I'm not sure he's very good, but he's gonna be out there probably for every snap. But I took Olave alts. I haven't pulled the trigger on Vele, but I like Olave in the spot. I played just his normal prop as well at like 64.5. He's been peppered. I think he's really good. I think he's going to find some soft matchups in the slot there. And I don't know that Tyler Shuck's bad. Like, I don't think he's good, but I don't know that he's like such a problem here. So I think there's a pretty big difference between how the Falcons run D played early in the season.
Yeah.
When Divine Diablo was in the lineup. What we've seen lately has been since he's been on IR. Well, he's back today. So I think they could find a little bit of a softer path here passing against the Falcons versus running. And I'm still not sold on anything Alvin Kamara related. So
I mean, the numbers very high. I mean, it's like 1 week where he gets 22 carries and now it's in the 50s. We bet under like 30 last week. I don't even know. It was like a really low number.
It was really low. It was like high 30s against the
Panthers. But if he wasn't coming off a bye, I might be willing to go back to it. But right, like they're coming off a bye, probably got a little more rest.
Yep.
They give him another 20 carries. Like that's all in the range of outcomes here. I guess that's part of why I didn't actually play Genty under too. Is like, he like after he got 7 carries last week, he might get 20. Like, these boomer coaching staffs love to like kind of ping pong around and like,
for sure.
Oh, we didn't feed him last time. We got smoked. So here's 20 carries. He's going to average 2.5 yards a carry or 3 yards a carry. And like, I just think it might be sweatier than also, I don't think there's like the out of like the Browns, like blowing out the Raiders and like them just throwing as well. So like, I mean, it is possible, but it's not, I don't think it's very likely.
Yeah, it'd be defensive touchdowns. I talked about it on Friday's show too. I played Brock Bowers. Looking at the dynamic of that game, I don't think Genty has a ton of success. He might get a bunch of carries. I don't think he has a ton of success. And the other jabronis, a pass catcher there, it's thin. And the Browns defense is solid. They've not given up a lot to the tight end. When you go game log hunting, they've played some like bottom tier tight ends. So it's not like they've been shutting down big guys. They've had a softer matchup. So yeah, I feel like this could easily be a 10 target Brock Bowers game, and really hard for him to not be able to get to say 60 yards. So
totally.
I played it.
I played a reverse correlation guy but opposite. So I played 8 receptions and under 71 yards for Rashee Rice.
Okay, I like it.
I mean, what do you think? Is that crazy or no? Like, I feel
No,
like
those just aren't as sexy because we can't ladder alt unders.
right, exactly. That's so. Yeah, I mean, well, so the 8 and under 71 was like 12-1 or something like that, and then
Okay.
the 9 and 71 was 35-1, something like that. So, not bad, I thought.
No.
It's just like I don't know. I think he could get peppered with targets here. Matchup's not super good with Ward and Sauce playing, but he probably should avoid both of them for a decent amount. I think, like in this, like occasionally, but I don't know. We'll see. I think that was kind of an interesting look.
Yeah,
Um,
I like it.
Pats, I
All
think
right.
go crazy today. I think Pats score like 35. I think the Lions score like 35, 40. I just don't know how the best to play it. I'll probably just run some DFS lineups with it, honestly, and maybe do some other alts.
I made a DFS lineup that's both Montgomery and Gibbs at running back. Like just they just go off. I think it's in play for I like the Goff underplay that you have.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best way to play it. I could take could be another good uncorrelated JAMO week. That could be, yeah. There's some good looks there. I think I will have a tackle prop here in that game that kind of fits that game script here too. So
Awesome.
yep.
Ben, I love this. I love this bet right here. This is great. Both of them in the same game, and they're actually kind of correlated, but not both non-correlated, right? Because if Kelsey is under catches, then Rice, I think, is more likely to he's getting more targets, and then like I like that kind of play. Honestly, maybe it's something that we should look into more. Like we haven't done as many of these like same game ones with like the opposite, the inverse.
Yeah. No, I like it because it is. There's obviously correlation here. And we're exploiting them twice, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's an interesting one for sure. What do you say?
Joe, no comment.
Yeah.
Currently, no comment, Joe.
Cool. I know you got some tackle props, so we could probably just head out here. I'll probably drop some more alts in the chat.
Yeah, no other inactive news breaking situations, right? Yeah, some stuff on the defensive side, not super surprising on the Lions. Yeah. Giants, same. Paulson Adobo is out. Tyler Newman out. Yeah, nothing that I think we need to jump to action for this morning. So, yeah, put any new stuff in the chat for subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, take advantage right now. Massive, obviously, Black Friday, Thanksgiving sale. No promo code needed. You just go to 444.com/plans. Our pick sub is massively discounted. And Pix is now a 12-month subscription because we are offering other sports. So whereas Pix used to expire at the end of February, so you'd get the end of football season and, basically, the NBA up to that point. We are covering the NBA all the time now. Jake continues to crush. We have baseball covered. Scott Smith's still doing MMA stuff. You get future stuff from Connor and I in the NFL season. So check that out. Obviously discounted right now. And so is Sharp Stack if you want to take advantage, 7-day trial and then 50% off. So again, another full calendar year subscription. So have any questions, hit us up. That's it.
Love it.
All right.
Let's rock.
For Connor and Ryan, we'll see you on Monday with our thoughts here again. 4for4 bets on YouTube. Move line wherever you listen to podcasts. Good luck, everybody. Let's win some money.